Hello guys, today I'm going to describe about the process of applying for the Australian passport, especially for the all citizens by conferral. That means the people who have received the citizenship in Australia through the process of other kind of visas and permanent residency, who are not born in Australia and who are not born in Australia born in Australia. So as one of the most important requirement is person who n- can apply for the pass citizenship or the passport. You citizenship, you must have permanent residence in Australia for 1 year, at least for 1 year, and you should have stayed in Australia. You should not have been to the overseas. If you have been out of the Australia for 6 months, and you have been here for 6 months after your permanent residency, you can apply for the citizenship certificate. uh, so you have to stay in Australia, come back from the overseas after 6 months, and you have to stay again for 6 months. At least you should have stayed for the 1 year in Australia, and you can apply for citizenship. When your citizenship uh, application is received by Home Affairs, they will call you for interview, and in interview they will ask you some basic questions, like almost 20 questions. Then if you pass the examination, it will be approved within few days, or in some cases it will be approved on the same day. So after the approval, the department will send you the uh, email, or they also send sometimes they send the mail uh, by post, and it informs you the date of your uh, ceremony day, where you get your Australian citizenship certificate. And on the basis of that citizenship certificate and some other documents, you can apply for passport. And the process of applying for Australian passport is almost similar for children, and also for the adult, and also the people born in Australia. But especially for the people who are born overseas and have been become the citizen, they will have to go they will have to go through some process. So I'm going to describe about these steps now. The first step is you'll have to gather original documents and two passport photos of the Australian passport size photo uh, standard. You can check that online, the size of the, or if you go to the Australia Post, you ask them, they will take photo of the Australian passport size. uh, Ask someone, and second step is you'll have to find someone to be your referee or guarantor. If in the case of children it's called guarantor, in case of adult it's called referee. Somebody who can help you to sign and give their detail, and be can witness that you know them from at least from 1 year, and you can see, or he can confirm your identity. And third step is you'll have to fill your applications. And as far as application filling application is concerned, you can apply online, and then you can get the checklist, and you can get the take the checklist to the Australia Post Office with your all documents, and you can verify, and you can go through that process as well. And in that case, you don't need guarantor signatures or referee signature. If sorry, if you have to if you just fill the paper application form, then manual application form, then you'll have to put all detail, and you'll have to make your guarantor also sign there. And fourth step is you have to lodge your applications and pay the fees in the Australia Post Offices, or you can go to the passport office in the in city. In the different cities there is a passport offices as well. We'll then When your passport will be ready, then passport office will let you know, or they will send you through the by post. First of all, what documents needs to be gathered gather, and which kind of two passport photos need to be made ready. Let's go through it. You have to you have to provide the evidence that you are Australian citizen. That means you have to show that you have been the Australian citizen, and that is the Australian citizenship certificate. After you get in the citizenship ceremony, you get the citizenship certificate. There is one number at the front page, but not that number. That's called the evidence number. So you'll have to change the number that at the back of the citizenship certificate. A document that, and another second document is a document that confirms your place of birth and gender. In terms of adult, you have to just use the your foreign passport in case your citizenship is by conferral, and in case of children you'll have to use the foreign birth certificate, and under the 18s you have to show the foreign birth certificate in the time of lodging the applications in Australia Post or the passport office, passport application centers. Identity documents mean that kind of document that shows your signature and a photo, uh, like license or your foreign passport can be used, or the different other kind of, like you can use the immigration card as well, IMI card, or any kind of document that shows your photo and signature will be can be verified. Documents that prove any change of name or change of gender. If you have changed the name or gender, you also have to produce the evidence that when you have changed and how you have changed your name and your gender. And all application must include the two passport photos that comply with the photo guidelines. These details will be needed to complete your application. When you lodge your application, you must bring the original documents to show to the interviewer in the Australia Post or in the passport office. Second step, excuse me, you will have to show your referee or ask someone to be your referee or guarantor, and referee and guarantor uh, should guarantee about your identity, and they must have known to you from 1 year, at least 1 year, and they should sign and they should give their electoral detail or passport detail in the form, so that you'll be able to apply for your. And you also need to the telephone detail, email detail, full name, and application passport details are the electoral rolls, so that helps us. And there are two ways to apply for the passport. You can do either online, or you can fill the form that is available in Australia Post, most of the Australia Post outlets. If you go there and ask for the form, they will provide you, and you can fill that form. Either you can fill that form, or you can do online, and you can just print a one page of checklist what is needed to all the documents that you use to give you detail, like foreign passport, one citizenship certificate, and another one is your license, and two photos. If you take these documents, then you have to fill your application online. If you go to online, let me show you how to do online. This page opens, then you will have to create your account. If you haven't got your account before, you can create the new one, and when you create account, you'll have to create you can use email as your username, and you can create a password. Then after it will ask you for the some of your details, address, date of birth, and on details. Then you can apply your you can do the multiple application from the same one account. If you want to do for your spouse, your children, you can apply for everyone from the same account. So uh, yeah, multiple application can be made from the same account. So create an account. If you do create an account, it will ask for your email address. Then after password, you will have to verify your email address, and you can go ahead. But if you have already got your account, you have created account, you can just go in there. Like I have already created account here, so let me show you how to go in there. So your password, so when you do that, detail, and if your password is wrong, it doesn't let you go in. So you have to try again. So john1@yahoo.com. So you let me do password once again. See, now the password is correct, so I've already got in my account. How to do the online applications? If you do the paper application, you go to the post office, grab a form, you fill the form, get your Australian citizenship certificate, and fill the all detail of the Australian citizen certificate. Especially you have to keep in your mind the number at the front of your citizenship certificate is evidence number. You will have to remember the number, your citizen certificate number is the at the back of your citizenship certificate, so you'll have to use that number. That's the most important thing to remember when you fill the form. And another one, when you start, and another one that you need is like your foreign passport. They ask for your foreign passport because that proves your date of birth and the place of birth. So another document is the license, or your any kind of your identity that shows your name, photo, and signature. That may be passport, that may be your immigration card, IMI card, or any kind of other documents that shows your signature, photo, and your date of birth. So incomplete application complete. If you don't complete any application, you start applying for one application for passport and you can't finish it, it will be saved there. You can save it and you can continue it for next time. If you want to do the new application, you go to the start renewal password application. If you have already done something, you can check the detail from here. Like I have done it from my spouse, me, and my 2 kids. So if you go here, if you want to do apply for the someone else in your family, then let's get it started. It says, then you have to choose where do you intend to lodge your application. If you are in Australia, you have to choose obviously in Australia, because it should be in Australia from 1 year to be the citizenship to apply for the citizenship certificate. It is the application for an adult or child. It asks you. You have to choose which one, adult or child. If for your child or adult. But from your one application from online account, you can do the multiple applications. Like for your children, for your spouse, everyone you can apply. But you have to do every time apply renewal a new application passport. So you have to make it. When you form, then next it will ask you for more detail like personal details. I am completing the application for myself, on behalf of another adult, or on behalf of another children. There will be the option that you can select it. Now if it's on behalf of someone, you can write us on behalf of someone. Otherwise for you have to say for myself. So on behalf of another adult, can the applicant attend the lodgement appointment when they go to the lodgement appointment to the Australia Post outlet, or they go to the passport office? The person who has applied for passport, they need to be there. That's why it asks you they will be available in the time of the appointment. So yes, you have to do yes. No, you have to do no. No doesn't let you to do so. Yes. So can the applicant sign in the application checklist? Yes, definitely. In checklist there will be the space to sign. I will show you checklist later on, and how to sign. I'll show you after you all complete the all application details. You fill the forms of the, and you give detail of the citizen certificate or license, and also foreign passport. Then they will ask you, to submit, and after you submit, the checklist will be produced, and the checklist you can print it out, you can sign it, and you can put the date there, and you can take all original documents, and the person who you applied for need to present in the time of the lodgement and paying the fees in the Australia Post or the passport office. So this is how you just fill all the form, like family name, the passport, everything here. This is how. And you need to have the detail of the guarantor referee, especially for adult it's called referee, for children it's called guarantor. So for adult, you'll have to find a person who is an Australian citizen, and who knows you for more than 1 year, and who can provide their name, their date of birth, their license detail, their address, and their electoral roll or their passport details. And they can sign if you are applying to the paper application, but the guarantor referee don't need to sign. Only we need their detail to fill in the form in the online applications. So that's the difference. In online application you don't need at least the signature of the referee, but in paper form they need to sign along with all detail that we need, same as for the online application. So this is how you complete it and you submit. After submitting, it will give you a checklist. Let me show you the example how is the checklist. So when you go in personal detail, these things you can go back to it. And so let's not complete this now. Let's go to home. Now here you can see how many applications I have made. I have made 4 applications. View form. So it's created. These 2 not highlighted in the document, so that means it's already have been applied. And these 2, you can see the view form from here. And see, this is for children. It will be like this. So first page, second page, the photo requirement page, and you have to, if you are doing online, you have to just write your full name at the back of the one photo, and another photo is just like that. In children case, it need to be signed by the guarantor, so that's why it's been shown like that. So guarantor must endorse this photo. This is so true photo of this person, children name, and then the signature of the guarantor. But in the case of the in the case of adults, we don't need to fill these all forms and then guarantor don't need to sign. But in the case of children, guarantor need to sign after filling this all detail of the guarantor here. See, as this is all detail of the parents, children, parents, and here you can see this is the detail of the guarantor, like Smith Lynette, she's the guarantor, her date of birth, and her electoral detail, address, everything is here, and she need to sign here. But in case of adult, there will be only one page, only the applicants need to sign there and write the date. if we have the detail of the referee don't need to sign there. This is the children, for children. So I will just show you another, like which kind of checklist will be there. Yeah, there will be just one page, and there you can sign it and you can just submit it. It's not highlighted to show the checklist because it's already been actioned and it's already gone through the process. So this is how you complete your application process Australian passport, especially for the people who have received the citizenship by conferral, who has gone through the different kind of visas like student visa to uh, temporary resident to permanent resident, and after permanent residence they apply for citizenship. When citizenship approval, they get their ceremony. In ceremony they get their citizenship certificate. They sorry, they can apply for the application, they can apply for their passport like this. Even the other passport also can be applied uh, by the same process, but there is some differences in the requirement of the documents, so I can discuss in that in other video in the future. For now, that's all. Thank you very much. Best of luck.